Are you ready for $40, $50, $60 silver? We know the supply and demand, the fundamental factors alone for silver by itself can justify those prices. But is there a secret factor or a factor that a lot of us know about but often forget about that could propel the price of silver higher as well? We're going to talk about gold. Did you forget about gold? Well, the price of gold has a big impact on the price of silver. And we got some shocking information from Bloomberg about gold demand. And guys, when gold goes to $2,500, $2,600, like I'm predicting by May, it will drag the silver price higher. And oftentimes, silver way outperforms gold. So we could hit that $40, $50, $60 silver price sooner as opposed to later. Let's dig into this new information we got from Bloomberg, and let's do it right now. I'm really honored you decided to join me here in the basement. This is not possible without you. So please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you like to hear about things like 40, 50, 60, or maybe even higher silver prices, you're in the right place. And I always appreciate the super chats and super thanks. But let's dig into what Bloomberg is saying right now about gold. Some new data that could indicate to us that we could be in for much higher gold prices. I want to read a couple super interesting segments from this article. Total gold demand hit a record high last year and is expected to again do that in 2024 as the U.S. Federal Reserve moves towards cutting interest rates, potentially aiding prices. This is according to an article by Bloomberg, but according to the World Gold Council. Let's move on because it gets real interesting when they talk about demand for gold from the OTC market. I'd never really heard of the OTC market. We know that central banks, the most sophisticated, the most inside when it comes to the monetary and financial system of the world, we already know they've been buying a record amount of gold for the last 2 years, more gold in the last 3 years than the last 3 decades combined. But what about this OTC demand? What is OTC? It's a market where the participants include sovereign wealth funds, high net worth individuals, and hedge funds. These people don't buy gold coins, they buy gold by the bar. And when we look at how much gold they bought in 2023, our heads are spinning. Annual demand in the OTC market hit 753% growth last year. It grew by over 7 times, the most since 2011. World Gold Council data shows this. Investors are expected to continue accumulating gold at an accelerated pace this year, largely, again, driven by the Federal Reserve's expected pivot towards easing. Guys, investors, these aren't any investors. These aren't, people like us that might buy one gold coin. These are people that buy gold by the bars. These are not the central banks. This is a group of high net worth, big money investors, sovereign wealth funds, hedge funds, high net worth individuals that bought 7 times, 753%, 7.5 times, more than 7.5 times the amount of gold last year. The world is moving to gold. Now, what does that have to do with silver? That's great news for us silver investors as well, because we often forget, right, that silver follows gold, but it doesn't just follow gold. It often outperforms gold a little bit later after gold has made big moves. So if we do indeed see even $2,200 gold this year, $2,400, I think we could get to $2,600 gold we could see the silver price finally skyrocket. And it's not going to take a lot. The silver market is tiny, right? On an annual basis, what, 1 billion ounces is mined and recycled? It's a $25 billion market. Fortuna Silver Mines is a global intermediate gold and silver producer. Since 2005, Fortuna's best-in-class management has delivered impressive growth and profits. Fortuna's solid financial position and operational expertise allows for performance in any precious metals price cycle and provides a foundation from which to harvest great profits in more favorable metals markets. Investing in Fortuna is an investment in quality, long-term, sustainable production of in-demand precious and base metals. So when just a small increase in investor demand for silver occurs, right, and we've gone through a couple years of investor decreases, even if, like Rick Rule says, silver really just needs to become less hated, just a small marginal increase in demand could compute to massive price increases for silver. Look, I'm a silver pumper, okay? I love silver. But I think that if we consider just this fact of what it could do in terms of following gold, we have a lot to be optimistic about. And on top of that, we have all those fundamental factors, right? You know them, right? Increasing industrial demand, solar panels, electric cars, the big deficit that we've had in silver over the last few years. I think the future looks real bright for silver. If you want to get your hands on some silver right now, let's say thank you to our channel sponsor, Pimbex, P-I-M-B-E-X, online bullion dealer. I worked with them before they sponsored the channel. You can get silver, gold, platinum. You can get the best prices, the best service, and a company you can trust. Check out Pimbex. I think you'll find what I found. They check all the boxes. Hey guys, thanks for being here. We're going to be in for a fun ride throughout the rest of the year. Like I said, I really enjoy when you come down here and join me in the basement. I want you to come back. Please give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.